Hello, everyone, and happy Gemini and New Moon. I'm stoked to have you all here, as always. And today I am sitting with a dear friend, tarot reader and psychic, Miss Sarah Potter. Hey, girl.
Hi.
It's so lovely to have you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just adore Gemini season and I love to chat. So I'm very psyched to see you and feel the vibe together.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, it's fun, it's light, it's flirty, it's talkative, it's all the things we love. I love to start every episode with asking my guests their sun, moon, rising, and their OG witch inspiration.
Ooh, okay. So I'm a Virgo sun, Cancer moon, Sag rising, and okay, so I mean, the first witch icon that I adored was Glinda, the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz. And then as I got a little bit older, totally Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. So those two had a major impact on me, and I feel like they are still with me.
I love that so much. It's so interesting because I don't think I've ever run into anyone that was like, Glinda is that bitch, because she really was, though.
Truly, I mean, arriving on the scene in a pink bubble.
I mean,
Same.
girl knows how to enter. Exactly.
I don't know. I just feel like she always was so centered, like no matter what was happening. And she's just like, it's all going to be okay. And that dress, I mean, totally an iconic moment. And I just adore her vibe. I think she's so enchanting. And I mean, I agree. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like she's not getting the love that she really deserves because she is an OG.
I agree. I think she's extremely underrated, but you're right. I mean, she hit every note. Like, she really was that witch. What would you pick for her sun sign?
You know, that's a great question. I always get such a Cancer vibe from her because I feel like she's so maternal that, but maybe there's a little earth sign in there too. Cause I also feel like she's a little no nonsense, you know?
I was thinking Virgo, honestly.
I kind of, not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if she was like a Virgo sun, Cancer moon.
Yeah, because
right?
Well, and Virgo is such that sign of service, you know, like, I mean, underneath all of the like, let's cross our T's, dot our I's, it's like, how can I help? And that's so Glinda. So yeah, she might literally have your
Totally.
big three.
It might be me, Glinda, and Keanu Reeves.
Hey.
Another inspiring icon, right?
Wow, you just won life. I think we can end the show.
Cut. We're done.
So today we're going to dive into some Gemini hot topics. So T, twins, and two faces. Spooky. So we're going to start with T. How do you feel about gossip?
Okay. So I don't really like it, but I think we all partake a little bit. To me, it's kind of an indulgence. I just really try to limit my distractions. And I think gossip can be very distracting and counterproductive. And I've totally been the victim of not nice words, and words can be very hurtful. And I really do think we should lead by example. So I'm like, I wouldn't be thrilled about people gossiping about me. So I really try not to. I like to stay in my lane. I don't know. I don't really concern myself with what other people are doing. I'm a lot more focused on what I'm doing.
I love that. I think that's such a great grounded earth sign answer. Gossip is interesting because what I've learned as of late, reading some op-eds about just how like the patriarchy has shifted the narrative quite a bit, and that gossip really was just a way for women to share information. And it was called gossip because men didn't want the women chatting, essentially. So in that way of sharing information, because like I have a curious mind, I also love to celebrate my ladies, know what everyone is up to. I think that's great. But I do think when it gets to a vindictive place, and you're right, when it becomes too much of a distraction and you're just concerned with what other people are doing versus like yourself, we can get into dangerous territory. But as social creatures and curious minds, it can get like, I mean, everyone loves the tea. Everyone wants to know.
Right. Right. Well, and like, I don't know. I like do not understand like our obsession with like celebrity gossip. Like that I think is like pretty gross, to be honest. I mean, again, like sometimes we all need a lovely distraction. I get it. But it just kind of feels like, I don't know, all encompassing sometimes and tired. But I like what you said, like that you're curious. I'm curious. I want to know everyone's story. I want to know what people are up to. I love to hear what's going on with people. So, but maybe like a little bit more like just direct communication for that, you know?
I agree. Just reach out and ask. You know, communication is key, people.
Exactly.
So, in the same vein of tea, we're talking communication. You are Mercury ruled just as Gemini is. Let's hear your thoughts on texting. Do you like texting? Is it a good medium for you to communicate?
Oh my God, I love texting. I really do. I mean, I love chatting. I also love talking on the phone, but I love like an emoji moment and like picking the right ones and yeah, like just chattering away. I mean, nothing beats like in person hanging out, but oh, I love texting. Ah, when someone can like really like send a good text and keep the conversation going, oh, it's such a thrill for me. I really,
It's juicy. It's juicy.
yeah.
I love it. I'm definitely a multiple texter. I'm very excitable. So I'm like, boom, 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 boom. But I
Nice.
absolutely love texting. So do you have any go-to do's and don'ts? Like, do you have anything that like you refuse as far as texting culture goes?
Personally, I think you should be wary about who you send personal photos to. I've learned that the hard way. And I think that, like, I think it's lovely to share a photo, but I wish everyone understood the honor to receive a photo and the discretion one should have once they receive one. So I think that that's like a big texting lesson that I learned and that I'm happy to share, learn from my mistakes.
I mean, the whole texting online consent situation is so new for our generation that unfortunately as elder millennials we'll have to find things out the hard way. But I'm glad you said that because it shouldn't be on the onus of the sender, but
Absolutely
it's
not.
know.
Yeah, I really, you know, when I was going through this experience, I was amazed by how many people's response was, well, why'd you send the photo? And I was actually like, why wouldn't I send the photo? It's really, to me, like, I actually don't think it's my fault. I think that, like, it's
No.
really on the other person to understand what you do with those photos. And I think that we really, because I feel like, I don't know about you, like, I feel like growing up, it was always presented as, like, I remember hearing this, like, don't send anything that you wouldn't want posted on a billboard or posted on like a phone pole and like all over your parents' neighborhood. And actually, like, no, that's a, I think that's a horrible way to dictate how people should think about photos. Everyone's sending photos. Like I don't care what, like, absolutely. It's part of like connection and dating now. Like and people are doing it, I think, at all ages. So it should not be like, don't send anything you don't want people to see. No, like if you receive something, treat it as precious and private. And I really would love for the narrative to change to that, which I think it kind of is, you know?
I think it is too, because we're really kind of peeling back the layers of misogyny on our own minds, because that really is what it is. It's like, why did you wear that outfit? You know, it's really putting the onus on the woman to be like, well, you just really shouldn't, like, it's your fault. Where it's not. Let's just teach people to do better. You're right. It's sexy and it's sacred and should be treated as such.
Exactly. So, you know, you know what else I think, if we're talking about, since it's also like Mercury retrograde, it's always good to double check who you're texting.
Now, if you sent that photo to your mom, I will say that might be on you. Whoops. I'm sorry, we have a visitor.
She's the true star here, and she always likes to make a little appearance. She's a Taurus. It's her season still, and she's always feeling herself. Right?
I was gonna say, now that she's a guest, we have to know her name and her sun sign. But
this is, yeah, of course. She's polystyrene, and she's a little Taurus.
Okay, so on that note, we're going to take a very quick break, and then we're going to be back to talk about twins and two faces.
Does this sound familiar?
Man, I can't wait to smoke this joint. I just wish there was some way to make it more magical.
Well, what if I told you there was a way with Ritual Weed, the guide to enhance your smoke sesh with magic?
Who's that?
Inside, you get 5 magical teachings paired with your favorite way to smoke, including color magic, herbology, and sigils.
Wow, thanks, Ritual Weed.
Order yours today using the link below.
Do you like crystals? Do you like to them? Well, if you're anything like this, Triple Scorpio, your answers are yes and hell yes. And that's why I'm here to talk to you about Shock Rubs, the world's first crystal sex toy company. Shock Rubs has a variety of product types and healing styles, and they are non-porous and non-toxic, so you can feel free to insert without worry, just like me. So head on over to shockrubs.com and enter code WITCHYWISDOM for 15% off of your order. Happy healing!
All right, everybody, and we're back for the next segment of talking about all our new Gemini topics. So we're going to start with the twins. You know, their representation, astrologically, obviously, is the twins, but then they're also represented as the lovers.
Hey.
Tarot. So it's like both that duality, but also, you know, youth, siblings, just like fun, light energy. Did you grow up with any siblings?
I did not. No, I'm an only child. But I'm super close with my cousins. And so they are really like sisters to me. You know, I don't know what it feels like to have a blood related sibling, but I find that a lot of my friendships have become like very familial. And a lot of my friends I've had for like since childhood, like almost my whole life. And I feel like we talk to each other like sisters and brothers and sisters. So I really do cherish my connections in that way.
I love that. And I do believe when you step out on your own as an adult, you do get that beautiful opportunity to build your family and pick and choose the people that really, like, I don't know, get to see this full blossomed version of you. And I feel the same way. I did grow up with a little sister. I absolutely adore her. But the family that I've made out here on the East Coast is like my whole heart.
Totally.
My whole heart. So as far as Gemini goes, we're talking super social butterflies. Chatty, flirty, very intelligent, life of the party. Did you ever have moments where you were the life of the party?
Ooh, I mean, I'm sober, and before I got sober, it was definitely a bit of maybe a twin situation, especially at parties. Now I feel like I'm much happier to kind of like enjoy an event just in the midst of it. And I'm my happiest when I can kind of just connect with people one-on-one. And I'm not very good at small talk. Like I feel like I meet someone and I'm like diving in right away. Like, I mean, I love chatting about the weather. I mean, I can chat about anything, but I just, not my strong suit is the small talk, but like, ooh, like deep, dark secrets and burning fears. Like, tell me everything. We just met 10 minutes ago. I want to know your story.
I completely vibe with that. And of course, like, you know, I think when we're younger and we're trying to find our path, like, yeah, substances can help that journey a little bit. And then when you sink back into like how you feel and how you want to connect with people, like, I mean, I'm a triple Scorpio, and also the first time we met, I believe we dove directly into like juicy. And that's how I am. I really like the one-on-one. Like, of course, I love to dance and stuff, but like, When I was 18, I might have danced on a table or two. Now you'll find me eating chips in the corner and like talking to someone and finding out their deepest, darkest fears and just hugging them. That's like where I live now.
Yeah. And also, I want to leave early before anyone even noticed. And by the time you notice, I'm actually probably already home and in bed.
I'm already in PJs. My face is washed. Sorry. Have a great night. All right, so then let's talk about this two faces situation. Now, as a Scorpio, I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of astro hate. Lots of people have something to say about Scorpios, and I've noticed the same with Gemini. I feel like we both get this like very bad rap. Do you have a theory on why Geminis get that kind of like view?
That's what I think it is. I feel like, I mean, when you're in the presence of a Gemini and they are paying attention to you and you are the light of their world, I feel like nothing feels better. Like, they are attentive and present. They are listening. They're so freaking charming. They're like flirting and I don't know, they're always making me laugh. But then something comes along and they're distracted and they're off looking somewhere else. And that does not feel good. I feel like being in that, like, cast in that shadow, it's very cold and lonely. So I wonder if it's a little bit of that, because I do feel like they're so that like hummingbird energy where they come in and they're so delightful and magical and ethereal and otherworldly, and then they zip away. So that doesn't feel great, Geminis, I gotta tell you. But I don't find them to be two-faced. That's the thing I don't understand, because I actually think that Geminis are very direct and very honest, good communicators. I think it's more of that, like the way they can just adore you and be so present and give you all of this like lovely attention and then get distracted and be on to something else.
I agree with that. They do have kind of like shiny thing syndrome, like a kid at Disneyland where it's like, oh,
Totally.
that, oh, that. And it's honestly, but that's like that youthful energy too, of just everything's fascinating. And I do love that. It's just very interesting to me when certain signs just get that like really, really bad rap overall. Like it's all over Astro Twitter, like Geminis and Scorpios.
No, two of my favorite signs, to be honest. Let's tone down the Gemini hate. I think it's highly undeserved.
I agree. And thank you so much for saying that. We love all astrology signs.
Of course. There's no bad signs.
Nope. They all have beautiful, beautiful gifts, and we want to celebrate each and every one, which is why I love doing the show. So on that note, we're going to take a quick break, but then we're going to come back with a game. Are you ready to play?
Ooh.
Did you know I was a triple Scorpio? If not, you've probably never heard of me, or you've been living under a rock for the past 32 years. But now, I'll never have to worry about who I need to brag to again because of my beautiful print from Oracle's Haven. Oracle's Haven is an online witchy retailer that has incredibly beautiful products, like this print and my favorite robe. You can get 15% off of your entire order today at theoracleshaven.com if you use code WITCHY. Tell them I sent you. Are you depressed with no astrological weather to blame it on? Are you anxious and it's up your spell work? Do you just plain feel like you're spinning out of control? It's not your fault. Even witches deal with mental health issues. And that's why I'm offering a free week to BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp is an online counseling platform that provides text, call, and video chat so you can meet with your counselors and discuss your problems daily, weekly, or whenever you feel like you need to. And if you struggle with depression like your favorite triple Scorpio, that's a lot. So go easy on yourself and sign up for a free week today at betterhelp.com/witchy.
All right, everybody, and we are back with a brand new game called Oh So Mad Libs. So these Mad Libs are based off of a famous Gemini's tweets. And I'm not sure if I want to tell you who it is yet, but these tweets are spectacular. So are you ready to play?
Totally ready. Psyched.
First one. I need a favorable adjective, like a compliment.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Okay. And then I need like a risky action.
Ooh. Ooh, trip.
Yeah, some trip. Okay. The Mad Lib version of the tweet is, if I got any more gorgeous, I'd trip to death. The original,
I like that.
which I really like your rewrite, honestly. The
Thank you.
original tweet being, and now I can unveil who this famous Gemini is, the most unhinged Kanye West. And we all know that his tweeting rampage, the original tweet was, if I got any cooler, I'd freeze to death.
I always forget he's a Gemini, but you know.
I mean, I wish him well. I don't think he is doing very well at the moment, but I love his music and his tweets are hilarious. That's all I have to say.
Wildly creative.
Wildly creative. All right, so next one. I need a material and a piece of furniture.
Okay. Silk and chaise lounge.
You're good at this. These are good. Okay.
I love words.
Just had to give you a moment of praise. I know, of course, inviting over 3-year-old people on the show is going to be spectacular, right? Okay. So this is the edited tweet. Do you know where to find silk conference chaise lounges? I'm looking to have a conference, not until I get the chaise lounge, though.
That's my kind of conference.
I honestly feel like all of these are just better.
I agree.
I think they are. The original tweet, of course, being, do you know where to find marble conference tables? I'm looking to have a conference, not until I get the table. Love it. We have standards over here. Okay. So now I need 2 adjectives and a profession.
Let's see. Okay. Superficial and cosmic. And the profession, postal worker.
I feel like I'm like feeling how epic this is going to be. Maybe I couldn't be superficial and cosmic, but I'll settle for being the greatest postal worker of all time as consolation.
Amazing.
You get it. You get it, girl. You get it, postal worker. The original tweet, of course, being, maybe I couldn't be skinny and tall, but I'll settle for being the greatest artist of all time as consolation.
Amazing.
And then for our final tweet, I need a mode of transportation, and then I need a noun that's like a household item.
Okay, so mode of transportation, airplane, and then a household item, teacup.
Cute. This is actually very similar to the original tweet, so I feel like you're very vibing right now. I'm getting your psychic energy.
Amazing.
So I hate it when I'm on an airplane and I wake up with a teacup next to me, like, oh, great, now I have to be responsible for this teacup. The original tweet, of course, being, I hate it when I'm on a flight and I wake up with a water bottle next to me, like, oh, great, now I have to be responsible for this water bottle. So thank you, Sarah Potter. Thank you, Kanye West. As always, the games are so fun here. So that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for our show. They're short, they're sweet. Can you please do me the honor of telling all of our guests where they can find you and connect with you and what you have coming up?
Amazing. Well, I hope you'll stay in touch. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at I am Sarah Potter, Sarah with an H. And I would love to gather with you and make some magic in person together. And I am doing a series of moon circles at the Jersey Shore. We're doing the first one June 14th. We'll be meeting every full moon through September at Asbury Lanes on the Asbury Hotel. And if you want to make a whole like to-do of it, we have a lovely package, including a room plus some gifts that I made for all of you guests, and I am psyched to be there at the ocean, the greatest co-creator, and I'm still a Jersey girl at heart, so I am thrilled for this new event series.
This sounds so magical. I may have to find myself some tickets.
I would love for you to come. We'll chat. about
Join you down the shore. All right,
Amazing.
everybody. Well, thank you again. Have a wonderful Gemini new moon, and we will see you next time on the Sagittarius Pulse. Bye.